Oh my god, they killed Locke's dad?
Am I right, Marvin? Up top. Hell yeah.
Man, I gotta say, these last few episodes have had some daddy issues. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for Lost. This one's going to be doing my next review for Lost Season 3. This is for episode 19, titled The Brig. So, my god, man, what the hell? This episode is nuts. This is honestly one of the craziest episodes up to this point of the series. We have been with Locke and Sawyer for such a long time now, up to this point of the show, and they oddly gave them a weird connection and resolution this episode. The story of this episode is that we have Sawyer that is brought to the others by John. The opening was one thing. I mean, you have frickin', Locke's dad. They're like staring each other down. It's right after the cliffhanger of episode 13. They've been waiting a while to continue that storyline. And basically, he's sitting there tied up, this and that, and you have him. He looks back at Ben. He's like, what the hell are we going to do, And Ben wants him to take him out, But Ben is noticing that John doesn't have it in him to kill his father. And that's disappointing Ben, basically. So as we're seeing the flashbacks on that end of things, seeing them stringing him up in front of everybody, trying to make an example out of him in front of everybody, Ben is noticing again and again that, John is just not doing it. Locke is not going through with it, and he's too humane still to take out his dad, which is crazy. So, in the current timeline, you have Locke that basically goes to the island. Meanwhile, you have Sawyer and you have Kate that are having sex, basically. They're basically getting it on, and they're having some fun, and then next thing you know, basically you have John that comes out of the damn woods. You got Sawyer that points the gun right in his face. He's like, what the hell are you doing here? So these two meet again after a good while of them being separated. And you have Locke in this one that basically says, I have something that I need you to do. You need to come with me, and I need you to help me kill my dad, and it's just like, what? Like, what? And I remember I was kind of watching it, and I was just like, what the hell is going on? Like, this show just doesn't tell you shit until the last minute. That's Lost for you. But I was like, wait a minute, why would Sawyer be the one to kill Locke's dad? Like, I was like, what? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I guess Sawyer's a badass, but there has to be a bigger reason than that, you know what I'm saying? And, he was bringing him on with him, and then Sawyer, midway's there, he, tackles him down to the ground, and he's like, don't call me James. What the hell are you doing? Why do you want me specifically, And he's like, because it can't be me, and it's like, fuck does that mean, Locke? So yeah, no, it was a mind fuck, the whole episode, genuinely. And then meanwhile, while he's taking Sawyer there, and his dad's mouthing off as per usual. I mean, the guy is a piece of shit. Genuinely the most hateable character on this entire show. Meanwhile, that's going on. You've also got the island plot where you have Saeed that's brought into their little secret from the woman that crashed there. And she basically introduces herself to Saeed. And he's like, is it true? Are we deemed dead to everybody? And she's like, yeah. You are, and you're Saeed, and he's like, yeah, I'm Saeed. So they bring Saeed in, knowing that Saeed can keep a secret, because they're not ready to tell Jack yet, and they don't necessarily even trust Jack at the moment, because Jack is defending Juliet, and, he's, doing all this other stuff, and they're not 100% sure they can trust him with it yet, which is insane. But they're even at a point where they're not sure if Jack would, do the wrong thing, so they're not really sure what they're going to do with this next, but it was crazy, man, genuinely. It was absolutely insane. And then basically you have, Saeed that kind of says, he's like, okay, well, obviously we're not dead, Kind of disclosing that theory for the fans right there. Like, no, we're not watching a bunch of dead characters, So, yeah, I mean, that's a good thing, because honestly, I'd have been like, what the hell are we doing, Yeah, no, so that's a great confirmation there. More drama goes on, from there. And, they have Jack, they tell Jack about it near the end of the episode, but he kind of says, he's like, yeah, no way, no, I don't understand this and that, and it's just more mysteries piling up, and I was like, oh my god, this show with their damn mysteries, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So, anyway, as you continue, you've got friggin' Sawyer, he goes in there, basically, and then Locke locks Sawyer up with his dad. And again, I was sitting there wondering, I was like, what the hell is this for? What the hell is going on? And then you find out, and it was pretty apparent to me right away, not only does Sawyer find out that he was the guy that kicked John out of the, building, that, made him obviously crippled, for a little while, and that, he conned him and this and that. And as soon as he tells Sawyer that he conned Locke into giving him his kidney, that's when it was just like, conned him? Really? Why? Like, what's going on? And you could tell that kind of piques Sawyer's interest a little bit. So then he goes further into it and he says, yeah, I mean, I went by a whole bunch of names, this and this, this and this, this and this. And then in the list of names that he says, Tom Sawyer. I was like, what? So you find out that Tom Sawyer, the guy that killed his fucking parents when James Sawyer was a little kid, is this motherfucker. And he was Tom Sawyer, and he conned his dad, and apparently his dad had a comment or some bullshit. The guy said, this motherfucker is the guy that killed Sawyer's parents, because he called himself Tom Sawyer. That's a goddamn mystery that they've had since season 1 brewing. That is fucking insane shit. I mean, that is insane. And Sawyer gets pissed off, and then he's like, that letter that you gave, did that even mean anything? He's like, oh yeah, the story I left, blah, blah, blah. And then he fucking strangles him, and he fucking murders him. And I was like, damn, Sawyer, man. Shit. And I found it interesting that John kept saying James the whole episode, That's why, because Tom Sawyer was right there. And Locke's plan and Ben's plan kind of worked out because Sawyer took him out. Is it wrong that his dad should have suffered even more than that? I mean, that motherfucker was a piece of shit. Honestly, he was a shithead. He was a horrible human being. Genuinely father of the fucking century right there. I mean, he just should get the Nobel Prize. I mean, that motherfucker killed Sawyer's parents. He gave him a bullshit story. He crippled John. He conned him. He did all this shit. He's why John's relationship fell apart. And that other flashback we got, I mean, that motherfucker genuinely is so goddamn triggering. The guy pissed me off, genuinely, and that was a phenomenal kill scene from Sawyer. The reveal, the way they executed that, incredible. And then basically you have, Sawyer that asked John afterwards, he's like, was that true what happened? Was that true that he did that to you? And, is it true that you were crippled or whatever and this and that? And the way John answers Sawyer's question is basically he just says, not anymore, which is confirming that, yeah, that's the case, And, the ending is basically John, he takes, obviously Tom Sawyer's dead body, puts it behind him and carries it with him as he goes on his own journey, whatever the hell that means, which we're going to have to find out what that means next episode. But, insane episode. Genuinely one of the craziest plot twists of this show. One of the craziest episodes of the show, I'd say as well. I got a 10, for sure. This is a 10 out of 10. It's probably top 10 material for the first 3 seasons, genuinely. It's a fucking insane episode. It is just mind-boggling, and it answers so many things. It clarifies so many things while also just blowing your mind. Genuinely, it's such an incredible episode. So, let me know your thoughts on what did you guys think of this episode of Lost, episode 19 of season 3. We've only got 4 episodes left, so we're going to power through those, probably starting next week. Next week, we're going to power through those, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, guys, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very soon for Lost. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.